If you want an e-bike that is easy to stow away in tight spaces, then there's no other option than a folding e-bike. Fortunately for you, there are a ton of great choices out there. Hey guys, Micah here with Electrek, and today I'm showing you my list of my top 5 favorite folding electric bikes that I've tested out and would be great for summer of 2020. Let's check it out. First up is one of the biggest breakout successes of the year. That's right, I'm of course talking about the epic Electrek XP folding electric fat tire bike. Now I originally planned to list this one on my top 5 folding e-bike list here, so I left it off of the top 5 fat tire e-bike list and the internet freaked out. So relax everyone, here you go, the Electrek XP is finally here. So why are people so cultishly loyal to this e-bike? Well, it's for 2 reasons. 1, it's ridiculously affordable, and 2, it's a pretty good e-bike. But mostly it's the first reason. The Electrek XP is usually priced somewhere between $829 and $899, depending on what sale is currently going on. For that price, you get a 500 watt continuous rear motor and a 500 watt hour battery enclosed in the frame, plus a top speed of up to 28 miles per hour or 45 kilometers per hour, and of course you get those beautifully fat tires. Sorry, thick tires. We call them thick now. And that's about it. This isn't a fancy e-bike, but it is an awesome e-bike because it gives you everything you need to have a blast on a fun fat tire bike, and it also folds up into something you could easily stick in the trunk of your car. It's fast, it's fun, it's a decent ride even without suspension thanks to those fat tires. It's just a super fun e-bike that works well and is ultra affordable. This has been the first e-bike for thousands of people, and it has opened up an entire world of e-biking to them. If you've never ridden an e-bike before and you want a bike that's gonna get you started, this would be a great option. I love it, and I'm sure you will too. Alright, next up on the list is the Vido D11. This is a brand new e-bike that was just launched barely a month ago and just in time for summer of 2020. It's currently crowdfunding on Indiegogo, but before you let that freak you out, consider this. Vido is a well-respected company that has delivered thousands of e-bikes before. They aren't some fly-by-night operation, so this one is a pretty safe bet when it comes to Indiegogo projects. The Vido D11 features a 250 watt motor in the rear and, get this, a 418 watt hour battery in the seat post. The bike isn't terribly fast, topping out at 15.5 miles an hour or 25 kilometers per hour, but it works on both throttle and pedal assist, and it gets great range due to the limited top speed, somewhere between 25 to 50 miles or 40 to 80 kilometers, depending on whether you use throttle or pedal assist. There aren't any fenders on this one, but enough people backed the Indiegogo campaign to unlock the fender perk, so all the bikes will be delivered with fenders. And the best part? The bike only costs $799 for the pre-order, marked down from the MSRP of $1,299. If this was a no-name company, then I'd be a bit worried, but it's Vido. They make great bikes and they've been around long enough to trust them, so it's a pretty cool option in my opinion. Next up on the list we have something that's a bit fancier, but also a bit pricier. This is the GoCycle GX, which was just updated for the 2020 model. The bike can hit a top speed of 20 miles an hour or 32 kilometers per hour in the US, or it comes with a slower speed in EU countries of around 15 miles an hour or 25 kilometers per hour. Power comes from a 500 watt motor hidden in that funky looking front hub. There are no spokes in either wheel here, and both of the wheels are single supported. There's even suspension in the rear, which works quite well and offers up a nice, comfy ride. The battery is a bit modest at 300 watt hours, but you can take it up to 40 miles or 64 kilometers on a charge if you're easy with the pedal assist. There's also a hidden throttle option via a boost button on the left handlebar. That's a great way to add some extra power, or just save your legs if you're getting tired, though it will definitely cut into your range if you use it a lot. GoCycle also has an extensive app that serves as the dashboard display while you're riding. The bike includes rubber mounts, and the phone covers the simple battery meter that is built into the bike. My phone screen was really dark here, so the camera didn't really pick it up, but rest assured it looks better in real life, though of course it depends on your phone. All in all, the GoCycle GX is just a really convenient, high-quality option that is great for the city, it's easy to fold, easy to use, and it stays nice and clean since it has that enclosed chain that never needs to be opened. It'll last for thousands of miles like that, no muss, no fuss. This is a really cool e-bike, even if it is a bit pricey at $3,300. Sure, you could get 3 Electrek XPs for that, but they'll never be as portable or as sleek and well designed as the GoCycle GX. So if you've got the cash, this is a high-tech folding e-bike that is both comfortable and beautiful, two things that don't always go together, and it's going to last you for years. This is an e-bike that was built to last. Next up, we have the Rad Mini Stepthrough. I did tease this bike during one of my previous top 5 videos, where I called it the baby brother of the Rad Rover, which is Rad Power Bike's main fat bike, and that's really what it is. It's its baby brother. You get those nice fat tires for riding over dirt, grass, sand, or whatever comes your way, but they're also a 20-inch diameter tire, so they're small enough that when you fold the bike up, it ends up being pretty darn small in this tight, compact package, especially for a fat tire bike. It is still a bit heavy at 68 pounds, but that's because the bike is also packing some pretty good performance. The motor's a 750 watt unit, which is pretty heavy, and the battery's a large 672 watt-hour capacity battery, which is also pretty heavy, but which is good for around 30 miles or 50 kilometers of range, or even more if you use pedal assist often. The throttle will only get you up to 20 miles an hour or 32 kilometers per hour, which is a bit slower than some competitors, but the bike is still plenty of fun at its top speed, and it also has the benefit of a suspension fork to smooth out bumps when you're riding quickly. Rad Power Bikes is the biggest e-bike company in the US for good reason. They make high-value e-bikes, and the Rad Mini Stepthrough is a great example of that. For just $1,499, you're getting a fun, high-power, and long-range electric fat tire bike that can fold up for easy transport. That's a great deal any way you slice it. And last but not least, I wanted to showcase this weird little folding bike known as the Swagtron EB7 Plus, but unfortunately it seems to be perpetually sold out, and I'm not sure if that means it's ever going to be back, which is a shame because it was a great option. Priced at under $700 with a 250 watt motor and 16-inch wheels that were a nice compromise between tiny folder wheels and larger commuter wheels. It also got up to 18.5 miles an hour or 30 kilometers per hour, which again is a nice compromise between the slower 15 mile an hour e-bikes and the faster 20 mile an hour options. It even has rear suspension, but since it doesn't seem to be an option right now, it's getting replaced on the list by the Vido L2. Now I know I featured this one before on the full suspension top 5 list, but it's just such an awesome little utility folding e-bike that I had to put it on my top 5 folding e-bike list. This sucker is not just a full suspension bike, but it has a second rear seat for small passengers and a giant battery at 48 volts and 20 amp hours, or approximately 1 kilowatt hour of capacity. That's enough for a legit 50 miles or 80 kilometers of range, partly due to the somewhat low top speed of 15.5 miles an hour or 25 kilometers per hour. It might not be a quick bike, but it sure is a strong one. It claims to have a 350 watt motor, but this thing can pull me up a hill on throttle only, and obviously it is packing way more power than just 350 watts. Plus, there's no way a 48 volt system is being used on a measly 350 watt e-bike. I'd wager this is a minimum 750 watt peak system, which would be standard for a 48 volt battery paired with a 15 amp controller. All in all, this is a powerful little folding e-bike that adds some serious utility as well, all for a crazy price of about $800. That's a pretty good deal. And that's it for today, everyone. Those are my top 5 favorite folding e-bikes that I've tested for summer of 2020. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. See you next time, everyone.